Hello everybody and welcome to Cinema Cinema Cinema。 今週もハリウッドのホットな最新情報をたっぷりお届けします。 OK, here we go。 今週はハリソン・フォード主演のロマンティックストーリーからスタート。クリスティン・スコット・トーマスを相手に大人の恋を見せてくれます。ランダムハーツ。続いてはテレビで大受けのダサい女子高生がスクリーンに進出。人気番組サタデーナイトライブから生まれたニューコメディスーパースター。そしてロケーションリポートのコーナーには現代人の疲れた心をセラピーするほのぼのムービーが登場。ローレンス・カスタン監督のハートフルコメディMUMFORD。トップ10フィルムのカウンターももちろんあります。今週も最後まで目が離せないシネマシネマシネマ。
This week's preview。 まずの登場はハリソン・フォード、クリスティン・スコット・トーマス共演のミステリアスなラブストーリーランダムハーツ。
Name and occupation for the jury, please.
William Vandenbroek. I'm a sergeant in the Internal Affairs Division of the District of Columbia Police Department. You working late?
I can if you are.
Hi, I'm at the airport. It's the first time I sent a catalog to Miami without me and the whole thing's falling apart.
警察官と女性国会議員、お互い見ず知らずの2人はそれぞれ平和な家庭を築いていたはずだった。
She went to Miami today. I need to find out what plane she was on.
If Peyton's traveling, I don't think it's for the store.
Are you saying she lied to me?
We got a guy who thinks his wife was on 437 traveling with another man.
3A and B, Mr. and Mrs. Cullen Chandler. And you ready for this? Mrs. Chandler is a congresswoman.
Kay Spencer Chandler.
My name's Bill Vandenbroek.
What is this about?
My wife was on that plane, but your husband was on.
Are you investigating something?
They were sitting together. 3A and B. Your husband, my wife. Do you know that? This was on her desk at work. Did you see one like this?
No. If they find out about your wife, it's gossip. If they find out about my husband, it's in the newspapers.
There's got to be something, some sign of something.
You'll never find what you're looking for.
What's wrong?
協力して事故の真相を探る2人はやがて恋に落ちていく。
Why?
Why? Hey!
Because they did!
Listen, this ain't gonna be some nice election. Whatever you don't want to see in the paper, surely gonna find it.
I was wondering if you'd come.
There's so many reasons I might be doing this.
監督はシドニー・ポラック。彼は85年制作の「愛と悲しみの果て」でアカデミー監督賞を受賞しています。
Could you characterize your relationship with the sergeant?
Nobody knows who I am anymore.
I know who you are.
コメディ界にニュースター誕生か The next preview。 Let's take a look at an off-the-wall comedy superstar。
Ever since I was a little girl, the one thing that I wanted more than anything in the entire world was a kiss.
Please, God, send me someone to make out with and to kiss like this.
To dream the impossible dream.
昔も今も夢に見るのはファーストキス。そんなヒロインにモーリー・シャノン。
Sorry, I was just doing my part to save the rainforest. And one day, I saw the one who I wanted to kiss. Sky Corrigan.
Is that the prettiest girl in all of St. Monica's?
All signs point to yes. Then it hit me. There was only one way I'd ever get what I wanted. I would have to become exactly like those people in the movies. I would have to become a superstar.
What are you doing with your hands?
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I smell them like that.
I wouldn't say superstar anymore because some people might say that you super suck.
Don't listen to the names people call you. If you believe in yourself, then nobody can hurt you. You are your own rainbow.
Wow, that's really insightful.
Nice moves. May I have this dance?
サタデーナイトライブの人気コーナーをまたまた映画化。珍しく今回の主役は女の子です。
everything I've ever wanted. Dreams can come true, you know. Superstar! 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 And higher, and higher, and higher. Oh!
And now it's time for Location Report! スタッフとキャストの生の声をお届けします。今週ご紹介するのは Written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan, a heartwarming comedy, MUMFORD.
The last 5 years of my life had been full of questions about what kind of movies I should make. And I subconsciously decided to tell a story about someone making a new beginning. And in fact, it turned out that everyone in the film is making a new beginning.
How long have you been in this town? 4 months, 2.5 weeks.
ローレン・ディーン扮する精神科のお医者様。彼は無免許の偽ドクタ
ー。Maybe you want to tell me a little about what brought you here.
Kind of impatient for a big-time head shrinker, aren't you? How about you let me explain it my way, okay?
Thanks.
そんなドクターを訪れる患者さんたちは、ジェイソン・リー、メリー・マクドナルド、ホープ・デイビス and マーティン・ショート。
I am a criminal lawyer. Do you think I like my clients? I can't stand most of them.
Perfect, Marty. I don't think you've ever been better.
Larry is one of the few people in Hollywood that's sincerely interested in you. It's an endless curiosity, which of course he ultimately translates into his writing.
Dr. Mumford.
Mr. Crisp.
This is my daughter, Sophie.
Feel free to lie down. Most people do.
I better not. I'll fall right to sleep. I think it's too soon for me to be sleeping with you.
Mumford is a healer, and there's something about the way he focuses and the way he seems to care that makes you really want to just tell your whole story.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course, that's exactly what I want.
Have you thought about getting a wife?
Yeah. When Panda started to happen, I was dating women from New York, San Francisco, LA. They came out of the woodwork. Models, actresses, venture capitalists.
I think everybody's kind of confused, you know? All of these people are trying to find something.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen them up close. Yeah. I think it's a common problem, you know, finding the connections that are going to sustain us.
Hey, Doc.
Lily, I want you to meet Skip. Skip, Lily.
I see you going by and you're bored all the time. I didn't realize you're so young to be so
rich?
So accomplished.
I may be young, but Doc can tell you I'm very immature.
Starts to happen between you right there, you know.
Kasdan has a lot of heart, so he captures the innate wisdom that common people have.
You want to know a secret? I am not now, nor have I ever been, a psychologist. Through Mumford, a lot of these characters get a chance to see themselves.
What have I done that's so wrong? Everybody's got something they're not so proud of. Even you probably have things.
Me more than most.
It's not self-consciously funny. I think Larry's interested in what's really funny.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Very nice. This is a comedy that's aimed right at people's intelligence. Because what's funny about it is that they're human beings, you know, that they have the frailties that people have.
Don't you find it incredibly convenient that everyone who could possibly corroborate his story has recently died some exotic death?
My graduate advisor died quite tragically in the collapse of a gazebo.
Mumford is a very hopeful, optimistic movie. It's about what happens when you add a new atom to the mix.
I'm from the State Certification Board.
You've fallen in love with one of your patients? Doc, it's not me, is it?
Now I am under the delusion that I am in love with you. Hello?
Hello.
さあ続いては全米トップ10フィルムのカウントダウン。今週は4本のニューフェイスがランクイン。Down from 6 to 10 is Stigmata。エクソシストを思わせるオカルトホラーです。悪魔に取りつかれたヒロインにパトリシャ・アーケット、ウディ・ハレルソンと共演した話題作「ハイローカントリー」が11月27日日本でも公開です。
There are some in the Vatican who believe that this could destroy the church.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Who are you?
Il messaggero non è importante.
This is a warning. I can't escape this.
You lied to me! You tried to silence her!
If she receives another wound, she's going to die.
Take me. Let me be your messenger.
How's your faith these days, Father? How's your faith these days?
I don't want to hear another word about a hockey game. We talked about this.
Oh, forgive me, Your Honor. I'm fat.
9位にはニューフェイスがランクイン。スポーツコメディミステリーアラスカ。プロのホッケーチームがアラスカに遠征。地元のアマチュアチームと対戦します。この知らせに地元チームは大張り切り。勝利目指して猛特訓。
I don't know how to coach. We're gonna make a game of it. It should be you. If I'm coaching, I need a captain on the ice. Two things we've always had in mystery: our dignity and our illusions. I suggest we cling to both.
Big. Not that big.
I'm not beaten. Anybody here tired? No! Do not give these guys too much respect. We're in this game! 43 seconds. And then the rest of your lives, you own that time.
Like we said, folks, this is a small town. The town's grocer is their best scorer, their fastest guy is a high school kid, and the captain is a town sheriff. The baby scores!
All right. Who said that? Which one of you dares to question my evil ways?
続いて8位もニューフェイス。New at number 8 is The Adventure of Elmo in Grouchland。主演はセサミストリートの人気キャラクターエルモくん。ビッグバードほどメジャーじゃないけど今回は彼が主役です。
I know that bug.
It's not nice to take things that don't belong to you.
He also says it is not nice to take things that do not belong to me. Isn't that just precious?
Yeah.
Let me figure out something. It all belongs to me. If I touch it, I own it. Bug! You see this tennis racket? Bing! I own it. This hammer? Bing! I own it. This velvet painting of Elvis. I didn't really want it, but bing! I own it. And this.
Almost blanket!
You're wrong. You see, I didn't borrow this blanket. I didn't rent this blanket. Heck, I didn't even take out a 36-month lease on this blanket. Oh. Bing! I own it.
7位は先週より3ランクダウン。ケビン・コスナー主演のベースボールムービー「For Love of the Game」。盛りを過ぎた中年ピッチャーが完全試合に挑みます。彼の恋のお相手にジョン・トラボルタ夫人ことケリー・プレストン。
I don't need any help.
I can see that. I can see you got your car kicked completely into submission.
I mean it. Just go away.
You know, I can always tell when I'm in New York.
Do you really know anything about cars?
You want me to have a look at it?
Okay. It's not mine. It's just a trashy rental.
Yeah. Mine too.
Debuting at 6 is a high school romantic comedy, Drive Me Crazy。幼馴染のボーイ&ガールが揃いも揃って振られちゃいます。でもこのままじゃプライドが許さない。元恋人を見返すために2人はカップルのふりをします。
Chase and Nicole pretend to like each other, pretend to be together for everyone else's sake, so that it looks okay that they're going to the dance together.
He's just this good friend we never knew you had.
Right.
It's really about these two friends who grew up together and then in junior high and high school drifted apart to the point where they don't speak to each other and just don't exist for each other anymore.
I still have the letter you wrote me in 7th grade.
Burn it.
You said,
You said you hated me, and there was something in there about how the only way you'd ever touch me again was if you came down with leprosy. When they're in grade school, they're best of friends, but then once they get in junior high, they realize, you know, it's not really cool to be friends with this kind of a person, or it's not cool to be friends with a boy.
What are you trying to pull? I'm pulling off the biggest scam of all time. I've entered into their world.
Oh, did you leave breadcrumbs?
I bow down to the king of scams.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Thank you. Thank you.
As the movie moves forward, we see her starting to fall for Chase, almost against her will.
Nicole and Chase teach each other about the different kinds of ways of being teenagers. To fit in, not to fit in, what the games are to play, you know, how to be yourself, how to really kind of get above that. And the story really teaches you kind of how to be an individual.
And ready, set, and action.
I've read so many teen scripts and movies coming out now and horror films, and this one just seems so real, and it really hit home with me, I think.
So, who are we making jealous?
Everyone, Nicole. Everyone.
Everyone got upset. They had a meeting. Mom started crying.
5位は先週より2ランクダウン、サイコスリラーシックスセンス。ブルース・ウィリスがタフガイを離れて新しい魅力を見せてくれます。そしてもう一つの見どころはこちら、ハーレー・ジョエル・オスメント君の天才的な演技。
I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people.
In your dreams? While you're awake? Dead people like in graves and coffins?
Walking around like regular people.
How often do you see them?
All the time.
So I'm working on something here and you're blowing it for me, man.
Slipping 2 spots to 4 is an action comedy, Boo Streak. トータルボックスオフィスは$5000万に迫ります。刑事に化けて警察署に潜入した宝石泥棒。それもこれも隠したダイヤを取り戻すため。
Are you in a hurry, sir?
Nah, just testing your car. Man, when was the last time you got all up on this thing?
I've never gotten all up on anything, sir.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta feed some speed to your ride every once in a while.
Sir, watch it! Watch it!
So, Janie, how was school?
It was okay.
Just okay?
No, Dad. It was spectacular.
3位は先週より2ランクアップ。ケビン・スペイシー主演のアメリカン・ビューティー。中年を迎え、娘は反抗期、妻は浮気。スペイシーが寂しいお父さんを演じます。監督は舞台演出家のサム・メンデス。この作品で映画界にデビュー。
It's kind of an epic tale about someone who is who's trapped in a lonely marriage and a relatively loveless marriage, and who's watched his life go by for 20 years almost without realizing it. He wakes up one day, he's 42 years old. He has no relationship with his daughter. He has no relationship with his wife. He's not been promoted for 10 years. And he decides to do something about it. And it's what happens. It's the extraordinary chain of events that follows from that that change him and change everyone around him.
I'll have a double smiley sandwich, curly fries, and a vanilla shake.
Make that two.
That'll be $7.98. Please drive up to the window. Thank you.
I think we deserve a little junk food after the workout we had this morning.
Did you know that?
Thank you, I'm flattered.
Smile, you're at Mr. Smiley's. Would you like to try our new beef and cheese pot pie on a stick? Just $1.99 for a limited time only?
We were just at a seminar. Buddy, this is my...
Her husband. We've met before, but something tells me you're going to remember me this time.
Whoa. You are so busted. You know, this really doesn't concern you.
Well, actually, Janine is senior drive-thru manager, so you kind of are on her turf.
Let's just stick to the plan. The plan is for the gold, right?
We can help these people first, and then we'll be on our way.
You go now, please.
I don't think so.
2位は今週4本目のニューフェイス、ジョージ・クルーニー in an action adventure Three Kings。湾岸戦争の終結直前、3人の兵士が宝の地図を見つけます。共演はマーク・ウォールバーグ and Ice Cube。
On the path to truth, isn't that what they say, Sergeant?
I don't recognize you, sir. Are you in this division?
He's not from this division. He's Special Forces.
You good soldiers present this map to your captain.
Not yet, sir.
I'll take it to him.
That's not necessary, sir. He's my CO. I can take it to him.
Don't get grabby, Sergeant.
He's our CO, sir. I'd have to tell him you took it.
It won't do either of us any good, will it?
No, sir.
Sit down. What do you see here?
Bunkers, sir.
What are in those bunkers?
Stuff they stole from Kuwait.
I'm talking about millions in Kuwaiti bullions.
You mean them little cubes you put in hot water and make soup?
No, not the little cubes you put in hot water to make soup.
お待たせしました。全米トップ10カウントダウン、いよいよナンバー1の発表です。
The state says you already killed your husband. They can't convict you of it a second time.
2週連続トップに輝いたのはダブルジェパディ。アシュレイ・ジャドが身に覚えのない夫殺しの罪で刑務所に服役。その後、夫が生きていることを知った彼女は復讐を決意します。彼女の行く手を阻むのは警察官トミー・リー・ジョーンズ。
The relationship changes over the course of this telling of the story. At first, he's cynical, probably jaded somewhat, and really just wants no complications in his life at all. And of course, Ashley's character proceeds to complicate his life.
Could we not talk, please, Layman?
Okay. All right. So why don't you skip town?
She just skipped town.
And with your husband who isn't dead because you didn't kill him? Cool.
Okay, I killed my husband. I chopped him up into little bits and I dumped him piece by piece into the Pacific. Are you satisfied?
No, you were a hell of a lot closer to your kid 3 days ago than you are today. All you had to do was wait 3 years. That's all.
You cannot know what it is like to sit in prison for 6 years and think of nothing else in the world but your son. Did I make the right choice? You asked the wrong question, Layman. I didn't have a choice.
以上が今週のトップ10でした、
はい、
でも小田さん、気がつくとサマーシーズンの対策がトップ10から消えててチャートが少し落ち着いてきましたね。
そうですね、あと一月もすると今度はクリスマスシーズンでまた賑やかになりますけどね。
じゃあ今は束の間の秋の静けさってとこですかね。
でこの時期に封切られる作品は一見地味だけど、実は面白いっていうのが多いんですよ。
商品佳作ってやつですね、
今ご覧いただいているのもそんな一本ですね。今週1位のダブルジェパディ。
夫殺しの罪を着せられた人妻が脱獄して真犯人を探すんですよね、それを追うのが捜査官のトミー・リー・ジョーンズって、どっかで聞いたなこれ。
逃亡者ですね。
それですそれです。
でもこの作品はその先がもうひとひねりしてあるんですよ。
なるほどね。秋の夜長にはぴったりのサスペンスムービーですかね。
はい、そんな感じですね。じゃあ今日はこの辺で。